Which year are you in at the moment?
I'm actually in my third year, second semester.
In your third year?
Yeah, it's my last semester.
So if there is two things you can change, what would they be? You are now in your third year. If you go back to your first year, what are the two things you would change?
At the university or
I mean, you would have done differently. Things you would have done differently.
Things that I would have done differently. Maybe engaging in lectures fully.
Tell us more about that. Yeah, tell us more, Simon.
You know this university life. I told you before joining campus. I always came to Muteesa, but the people I found there, these were my friends that I used to vibe with. You know, so in most cases, are like so even this setting is there at Muteesa. Even when I joined, of course, I found my vibrant group and friends. So I continued the vibes, you know, and actually I didn't even come with a perspective of studying. Didn't come with a perspective of studying. Like, me can't study. Let me go. Not even minding about the CGPA. I don't mind because sorry for this, you know, it looks a bit awkward to me. I always used to say that I'm bright, you know. Like, because they told me you only need 50. I like me. Simon to sit in a paper and the to raise 50? No way. And and actually it came. It was saying that even I did want to do the courseworks, the tests. I don't want to know.
Oh really?
Like 50 is enough. And if I get 55, it's very fine and enough. No. Like, I'll go through it. And I was a rare person in lecture rooms. If it comes to outings that we are going this way, we are going here, I'm an everyday person.
But you animal.
Yeah. So if I could at least draw time back, at least I would attend lectures. I would.
How is the GPA?
Actually, to me, it is okay.
No, it's fine.
It is okay.
But the leadership, that one you love?
For the leadership, of course. Actually, I love leadership. And I have passion about leadership. And actually, I'm a Pan-Africanist. Yeah.
So, Mukulu Simon, before we conclude, I would love to ask you a few things. Where are you from? Are you from Central?
Yeah.
You're from Central. So from Central, you had your lower secondary, higher secondary in Central, right? So
no, not really. I had my lower secondary was in Western. Then upper secondary, of course, Central. And primary, of course, even primary, Central.
Right. So what was your perception of Muteesa I Royal University, right? Before coming, then after coming.
So, actually, this it's a bit funny. You know, when I was in high school, I never dreamt of going to a university like Muteesa. Whenever they talked of Muteesa, I would be like, who, me to go to Muteesa? Me? So it sounded something like a university, is it? Actually, I was not understanding the university well. So when I finished my high school, I was like, I'm joining. Actually, I wanted to join Kyambogo. Kyambogo was my dream university. I have to join Kyambogo, like it or not. When the results came back, I applied Kyambogo. Actually, the government had even given me a scholarship, social work at Makerere, but I was like, me. To go for social work, no way. And to go to Makerere, no way. I never decided Makerere at any point. I wanted to go to Kyambogo. After I even went and got admission forms from Makerere because my parents were on my neck, like, oh, you have to do it. I went and got the admission forms, but still, I applied on Kyambogo myself. So my parents were like, no, we're not taking you anywhere. So time went on, I also refused to go to Makerere. So they were like, now we're taking you to Kampala, KIU, Kampala International University. They actually even went and paid the tuition matter. Like, fine.
Really?
Yeah. By force, I went to KIU. I studied for a full semester. But I was like, when I came back, I was like, you know what? I'm not going back to school. Like, why? I said no. I'm no longer joining university, and I'm done with this studies. That's all. Like, okay, never talk about anything like going to school. Like, yes, I will never. So I had friends here at Muteesa. So those friends of mine, I happened to visit them at times. So the environment I found at Muteesa was a very different one. I found friendly people, people that you can easily connect with, people that you can easily befriend, which is a different thing from other universities. Let me assure you, when I went to KIU, I don't think that I came from that university when I have friends for the full semester. So since people be like, everyone, they take themselves special, what and what. No. When I went for an admission at Makerere, unless you talk about yourself and be like a person, what, you never get a friend
unless you do it first.
Yes, you never get a friend from that side. Everyone is on his or own thing. They don't mind. But when I came to Muteesa, actually, I spent a full semester. I wasn't studying, but I used to visit these people. So within 1 month, I had friends at Muteesa.
Wow.
So that came in. It was a time of leadership. There was a great president. He was called His Excellency Chiwewa Joel Julius. So it was his time. They were in campaigns. So I was like, see, people, the campaigns are very good. So I was interested. So I talked to my friends. You know what? Next semester,
I'm coming
and I'm applying. And actually, I didn't even inform my parents. Like, I have to apply. And I applied by myself and even paid tuition. So like, let me go to Muteesa now, just because of the friendly life around.
Oh wow.
And I was like, I have to stand for good presidents. Like, it or not.
I see, because you saw that experience, you wanted to go through it.
Yeah, I wanted to go through it.
And here you are.
Of course, my dream was I perceived it.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. So, among the things that drove me here, the friendly life around. Everyone is social. These people you can easily interact with. These are people that you be with and feel like you're with a brother, you're with a sister. You have a family. Yeah. That's why I ended up at Muteesa, and to now, this is my home. I love Muteesa, just to know. I love it.
This is your second home because you have the first home at home.
Yeah, this is now my second home.
Yeah.